Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to be talking about the density lab today. This is Virtual Lab 5, and I walked through this in pretty big detail when we talked about the lab and the lab lectures. So I'm not going to talk a ton about what needs to go on here, but I am going to share some of that information again for those who didn't see it. So share my screen, and let's talk about this particular experiment. So I can go into Virtual Lab 5. And you can see that I've already done all of this. Now, there is data that comes through this. So once you're done, you'll get a whole bunch of data that goes with this, right? And you'll see that there all of your masses, everything else is there. Here's your liquid volume for the two materials that you've worked with, but it doesn't list either one of those materials. And then the cube's behavior. So I can see that liquid volume for both two is the one where it's suspended, but I don't know which one is which. Now, since they're the same, it really doesn't matter. None of the other data that I would need to be able to calculate that density is present here, however. So one of the problems that we run into is, one, we need to be able to look at the information that's in the introduction, so the before you begin stuff that goes with this, because this density information is here, okay? And the other thing is that when you come in to do this, you actually do this experiment, it tells you how to calculate the density of a cube. Now, I have done that, and that's in that summary, i.e., there's a number there, but it doesn't necessarily tell me how to do that, okay? So we do all of this wonderful stuff, and those are the methods that I used. But the other thing that I may want to know about is if I go back into this place and say, okay, talk to me about the methods that are here. What you'll see is that you actually can't get back to how to do that calculation from here. Okay, so as you're going through this, if you look at the methods and things like that, oh wait, maybe it's here, sorry. Oh, yes, it is. How to calculate density of liquid mixture. And this is a little video that'll walk you through how to do that calculation, okay? And I did this calculation when I was showing this before, but you will know how to do this. Now, understand that you can do this way. You can come back and look at all of this stuff while you're taking the post lab. That's fine. But I would recommend writing everything down. It's an excellent habit to get into, because if you end up working in a laboratory and you don't write stuff down when it happens, that's a problem. Okay? It needs to be written down when you observe it. Okay? I'm not going to bark too much about that, but it really is an important habit to develop. So that's the only thing I'm going to say about that, because I thought this was a good place for us to talk about some of the information that it's important for you to know about when you're doing this. So information from the introduction is important, okay? So anything that's listed in the before you begin, you will probably need, okay? And that's stuff that you might want to write down. When we go into the laboratory simulation, the sections that are in here, if you're having problems with this, you click on your lab data, there are usually pieces of information down here that can help you with that. Okay, so how to calculate density of liquid mixtures, also density of the liquids, so that you can look at those there. Now, this was in the introduction, but that's an additional place that you can find it. Okay, so I think that's everything I have to say about that lab, other than what I've already said in the lab information introduction. So if you need to review that, please go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Have a good day.